Here's a question. Should OPEC Plus keep its business and financial interests at the center of all its decisions, or should it act in a way that will lead to a steep fall in oil prices globally? A fall in oil prices will benefit scores of people across the world, but hurt the financial interests of OPEC Plus nations, including Russia. OPEC Plus, which is a powerful cartel of oil producing nations, somehow seems to always keep the interests of Russia at the center of all important decisions. Perhaps that's because this cartel is heavily influenced by Saudi Arabia and Russia, two of the world's largest oil producers. In an interview with Bloomberg, Saudi Arabia's energy minister Abdulaziz bin Salman said OPEC Plus has the commitment, the flexibility, and the means to deal with the quote-unquote volatility and thin liquidity that exists in the oil markets. He said OPEC Plus could easily cut oil production as part of measures to make the crude market less challenging. Saudi Arabia, the de facto leader of OPEC, said on Monday that the oil market had become quote-unquote schizophrenic, with the paper and physical markets becoming increasingly disconnected. Simultaneously, Saudi Arabia has proposed that OPEC Plus cut its production in the event that Iranian oil makes a comeback in the market. This was confirmed by 9 OPEC Plus sources to Reuters. Iranian oil is heavily sanctioned. However, as part of the United States' renewed push to secure a nuclear deal with Tehran, the sanctions on Iranian oil would have to be removed. Availability of Iranian oil would increase global crude supplies, giving OPEC Plus much needed legroom to cut its own production and keep prices comfortably high. Removal of sanctions would lead to Iran rekindling its capacity to pump 4 million barrels of oil every day. Russia is now the most sanctioned country in the world. The West thought Russia's economy could be crushed using economic sanctions. Instead, Russia continues earning record profits due to its energy exports. You see, Russia is just as big an oil producer as Saudi Arabia. In OPEC Plus, therefore, it is as influential as Saudi Arabia. Russia's sole focus has been to ensure that global oil prices remain high and the oil cartel does not commit to drastic output hikes that could lower prices. Joe Biden visited Saudi Arabia recently to somehow convince its crown prince, Mohammed bin Salman, to increase oil output. His pleas were ignored. You see, higher oil prices allow Russia to keep earning healthy revenues despite a supposed decrease in the volume of oil exports. For example, Russia's earnings from energy exports will rise to $337.5 billion this year, which is a 38% rise from 2021. This will primarily be due to increased oil and natural gas prices around the world. So, talk of OPEC Plus cutting oil production is music to Russia's ears. Such a move will guarantee substantial revenues for Moscow at a time when the country needs such money the most. Do you think OPEC Plus has gone over and beyond to serve Russian interests? Do let us know in the comments.